Okay, hey guys, and welcome. This is our Gratitude Gang Women's event. The person who sent you this has sent it to you because they want to share more about what it is that we do in the Gratitude Gang and how we do what we do. So, for those of you who don't know me, my name's Ange. I founded the Gratitude Gang just a little over 3 years ago. I was working from home as a health coach, and I was definitely feeling like I was overworked and underpaid. I guess in what I was doing, there was a lot of time outside of my time with my clients that I wasn't getting paid for. And when I found this, it blended together, community and creating income, and really boosted my confidence in a lot of things that I wasn't super confident in before this. But I'm going to give you a basic rundown of what it is that we do. And then we're going to hear from some of the girls who have been in the gang for a little while, sharing their stories and how they do this and how they integrate it with their lives. So we have a beautiful health program called the Health Hub. The program is meant to be a space where you can really enhance your overall wellness. So we have recipes, a lot of recipes, catering for a lot of different requirements. We have vegan recipes, obviously most things are gluten-free, paleo, things for kids. But then inside that, we also have great workouts. We have yoga tutorials and Pilates videos. We have mindfulness guides and meditations, and just a lot of really great content so that we can meet people wherever they're at in their wellness journey and help to guide them to the next level with the community and the support that they might want. So what we do with this beautiful program is we actually teach you how to share it. And the great thing is you don't need to be a health coach. You don't need to even be a healthy person yourself, as long as you're passionate about going on that journey yourself and want to share it. We talk about in the gang, we're not really selling to people, we're more referring. It's the same as when you go to a great hairdresser and you tell all your friends, or you see an awesome movie and you recommend it on your Facebook page. With the Health Hub and the nutrition support that we align ourselves with, it's the same kind of thing. You're sharing your journey and you're using attraction marketing as opposed to selling to people and spamming them on your social media pages. So we have this beautiful program. We teach you how to share it in a really beautiful way. And basically from there, you get to create an income from home however you want. Now, if you wanted this to be a part-time thing, if you just wanted to make a couple of $100 extra a month to be able to foot the bill for your organic groceries or get your hair done or whatever that may be, or childcare, then that's cool. But if you wanted to turn this into a full-time income, there's also the capacity to do that. We have zero expectations on you. You just get to come in here as you are, unique and perfect as you are, and we teach you how to do what we do in your own way. Another thing is you don't need to have a massive social media presence, which I think is really attractive to a lot of people. We teach you how to do this just in your everyday life and attracting the people who are looking for more. So I'm going to explain, after we hear from the girls, a little bit more about our nutrition support and program and a few more things about how we do what we do. But in the meantime, I'm going to pass you to Chrissy, and she's going to share a little bit about her story in the gang. So Chrissy, take it away.
Thank you, Ange. So like Ange said, my name is Chrissy, and I have been a part of the Gratitude Gang now for just over 2 years, which blows my mind. It's gone so fast, and I've had so much fun along the way. But when I think back to when I first got started, I was a new first-time mum. My son was 7 weeks at the time, and I had previously been in the corporate world, and becoming a mum, I very quickly realised that I didn't want to have to go back to that world, to that 9 to 5 and leave my son and miss out on all those magic moments. So what first initially attracted me to this was our incredible products that Ange will share on a little bit later, but very quickly I was introduced to the idea of this business as well. And to be honest, and it's funny when I think about this now because I'm so in love with this business model, but when I first found out about it, that this was network marketing, to be honest, I was a little bit skeptical. And I was a little bit hesitant, let's just say that. But after doing kind of my research and seeing finding out a bit about the company and diving into their values, it was something that I felt that I could align with. And yeah, since then, it has just been such an amazing journey for so many reasons. But what I love most about it is that you really can just create this and make it look like, you know, whatever it is that you want it to look like, kind of as Ange touched on. And you really can go at your own pace. And I am literally about to have another baby any day now. So the beauty that I've been able to work this business in around, you know, being a mum has just been so amazing. And yeah, 2 years in, I definitely don't see myself stopping anytime soon, because I have gotten so much from this business and this community that I love it so much. So I am going to pass on to one of my friends, Tash, just to share a little bit more about her story.
Hey guys, my name's Tash. I have been a part of the Gratitude Gang for almost 3 years, which it's been the most incredible ride. I initially came into this business with my own at-home online-based business, and when I first started my online business, I was passionate about it. I loved it. I really enjoyed working my own hours and being at home, but being at home was hard. Once I had my first child, I felt isolated. I felt alone a lot of the time. And I noticed that having my own online business, I only had a couple of clients. So I wasn't actually connecting and talking to many people throughout my day. So I decided to join the gang more for the community side of things. I was really inspired to connect with like-minded women, people that were also enjoyed the same types of things that I did: health, wellness, personal development, all those amazing things that the gang has to offer. So I jumped on in. I thought, I'm just going to dabble my toe in and see how this goes. And after about 18 months, I was able to replace my income of my online social media business. And so I decided to stop doing that. And I've had such an incredible experience. The girls in the gang are my friends. They're my biggest supporters. They're cheerleaders. They're the first ones to celebrate when something happens in my life, whether that is a promotion or, I don't know, a holiday or a new child or something like that. But I'm so grateful for the girls that I get to do this with, because they're constantly encouraging me to be the best version of myself. And I've never had that in any of my previous corporate roles or in my online business. And it's such an amazing feeling having other women cheering you on and wanting to see you do your best. So I'm incredibly grateful for the community that I get to do this with. And every day I'm so fortunate that I decided to say yes and jump on into this. So yeah, I'm going to pass you over to a beautiful friend of mine, Kirsty, and she's going to share her story.
Hey guys, thanks Tash. So yeah, as Tash said, I'm Kirsty. I've been in the gang for just over 2.5 years now. And as the other girls said, it's been such an amazing journey and it's gone so quickly. I can't believe it's been that long already. It's so fun. So I'm a young at heart, nearly 34-year-old, and I love to travel and connect with others. I've always been really open and I love to choose my own adventure in life. And probably the biggest way that we have chosen to do that, my hubby and myself, is we've chosen not to have children. So that's big. And then, you know, alongside the gang, I'm also a life coach. So yeah, a few things that I love to do in my life that maybe are a little bit different to what is traditional. But yeah, that's how we've chosen to live our life. So I feel like the gang really slotted into that really well. And when the gang did come into my life, I wasn't actually looking for anything. It just kind of felt right. So I got my questions answered and I jumped in straight away. And at that time, I was working a job. I was building my life coaching business, planning our wedding and doing life as well. So I was busy. But I saw this as a great way to be making more of a difference in the world, as well as making a greater income as well, so that I could turn my life coaching business into a full-time business and work from home full-time, and also have that freedom in my life that I craved. My hubby also works away at the mine, so now it's really great to be able to work my business around his roster so that we can spend more time together as well. And I love that I am able to gift this also to the other women and men that I introduce into the gang. It's, yeah, such an amazing gift to be able to give others. And personally, I've been gifted so much myself in all areas of my life from the gang. But probably the biggest thing for me that's grown or changed is my confidence within myself. So I would have been scared to do this in the past. I was a former people pleaser, and people really thought of me as the little quiet, nice, shy, good girl. And I think I hid behind that, but I really felt inside that I was confident, but it was just buried inside. So I really feel like the gang has helped me with this. I've grown so much, it's crazy to think about. I've really blossomed, I feel, and I've become a lot more confident in many ways. I speak up for what I believe in. I make myself a priority. I'm done hiding, and I choose my own adventure more and more in my life. And I get to help others to do the same every single day. So I'm, super duper grateful for the gang. That's me.
I love it. Thanks, Kirsty. I appreciate you guys for sharing. So as you guys can see, it doesn't really matter who you are or where you're at in life. You can really fit this in any way that you desire. And as I mentioned, it's definitely not sales. It's more about referring people, which I found I was doing quite naturally. And in the beginning, when I looked at this, I was definitely very skeptical. Like I know Chrissy said as well. It's really one of those things where, you kind of look at it and it feels too good to be true, because you're like, oh my gosh, I can create an income from home on my mobile phone with Wi-Fi, surrounded by all these cool girls, and I get to get healthy along the way. Like, it seems too good to be true. And the truth of the matter is, most of it is, but at the end of the day, you got to put in the work. And so when I got started here, like I said, I was skeptical, but the investment to do this was so small that I was like, if nothing happens, who cares? It's $165 that, I've put into this to try. But now 3 years on, I'm a single mama. This is pretty much my sole income. And I do pretty well out of it. I never know how to say that without sounding like an idiot. But it supports me. I'm, independently and financially. And so for me, it's done great things. And it comes down to the fact that I was willing and open to say yes to something that was new for me. And then once I said yes, I was willing to do the work. So I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about these products, because when I got started and we started the Gratitude Gang, I started on the Juice Plus products, which we align our Health Hub with. And we decided to make the Health Hub and the Juice Plus products go together because I loved the products so much. And I was a health coach. I was already really healthy, but I was still finding that there was a gap that needed to be bridged nutritionally for me, because I was in a place where I was so busy. I had 2 kids on the run that I wasn't getting in all the good food that I needed. And when you align products like these that are natural, made from whole foods, it does make it a lot easier to get healthy, because you are doing something every day to fuel your body and feel good. So basically the reason we love Juice Plus is because it's made from fruits and vegetables. If you haven't heard of it before, basically Juice Plus is dehydrated whole foods. So fruits, vegetables, and berries. This is what I started on. And what they do is they actually take vine ripened fruits, veg, and berries that haven't been sprayed, that have been tested. Every single batch gets tested 3 times for any pollutants, molds, herbicides, pesticides, toxins, all of those things. It gets turned into a slushy, and then it's dehydrated at really low temperatures to keep the enzymes intact and keep all the juicy goodness, so to speak. And then they encapsulate it with a vegan soluble capsule. Everything is gluten-free, obviously dairy-free and vegan, and GMO-free. And then you take that every day. It's not meant to replace food, but what it does is it bridges that gap nutritionally and makes sure that you're getting in extra. So even if I have a stellar day of eating, even if I'm like, I've been like doing the kale and the celery juice, and I've been like salad city and feel really good, everything's been organic, this is like my insurance policy to my health. It means that I'm getting in a rainbow of nutrients and different types of food that I don't always eat, like an acerola cherry and, pomegranate and bilberries, things that I don't actually eat. But it's, it's my insurance policy. It makes me feel really good. It does a lot of things. One thing in particular it does is it increases your immune system. So for people who are getting sick, that's great. And then there are a couple of other products. They turn these ones into a little chewable. The fruits and vegetables, they make a chewable out of them for kids. And kids between the ages of 4 and 18 can actually have them completely free, which is awesome for a certain amount of time with any adult order. And I love them too because I don't love swallowing tablets. So if I don't take my capsules, I chew on a chewy. They also do a whole food protein. So this appealed to me because I don't like whey protein. It makes me feel heavy and quite bloated. This is made from whole foods and it's got some really cool stuff in it that's stuff that we don't eat, like spirulina, mushroom powder, pomegranate. It's got sprouts, which are really good for your health also. And so this is something I give to my kids every single morning. We make pancakes with it. They have it in a shake with some banana and spinach and other little bits and pieces. And when they want an afternoon snack and I'm kind of busy or even I'm on the go and need something, this is what I have. And then lastly, they do a beautiful plant-based omega, which this took over the fish oil that sat in my cupboard and I never took because I hated having that fishy aftertaste. And to be honest, you know, I was never quite sold on how fish oil is produced and how sustainable it is and the level of toxicity that is usually in highly farmed fish. So this was a really good vegan alternative for me. It's made again using plants and sea vegetables, really good for brain fog, really, really good for your joints. But again, these products will do for you what your body needs them to do. And that's why I love having them in the program, because as much as we try and be the best that we can be every day around what we eat, as much as we go into each day with really good intentions, maybe starting off with our juice or our smoothie, you know, there are times when we fall off the wagon. There are times when we don't get enough omegas or sea vegetables or fish into our day, and we can only get them via consumptions. And there are days when we don't eat enough vegetables because we're not prepared. And there are days when we snack on chocolate instead of having something that's full of whole foods. And so this stuff just bridges the gap. You know, I know it's my insurance policy to my health. And I know that no matter what I do in a day, if I don't eat completely well, I know that I've fueled my body in some capacity. So again, you can probably see why we align with these products. I was skeptical of them when I first got started, but I had some really, really great results and I absolutely love them. And so for anyone to get access to the Health Hub, they just need to be on at least one of these products and they'll get lifetime access. Obviously, we teach you how to talk about it and share your story, but it really all comes down to one big thing, and it's you making the decision that you would like to make change in some capacity in your life. When I got started with this, there were days where I would go to the supermarket and I would have $4 in one bank account and $3 in another, and I'd be working out what I could buy at that time. And I, on the outside, lived a really nice life, but my business wasn't paying me enough to live, to get what I needed to get in, to eat organic food, to be able to go to yoga classes and spend time with my kids and all of the things that were really important to me. So when I got started, it was really just the big decision of something needs to change. And if not this, if it's not this that I try, then what else could it be? And I'm so glad that I took the plunge. I wasn't 100% sure when I started. I was skeptical. I did a lot of research. But you know what, if you can put heart and hustle into something like this and really give it what you want to give it, then you can create anything you want to create here. And as you can see from the girls, it can be whatever you desire. So if this has sparked your interest or if you want to make change for yourself, then definitely reach out to the person who sent this to you and get your questions answered. The reason I ended up saying yes to this was because I asked the questions. You know, the things I wasn't sure about, I found out the facts instead of guessing what it really meant. So get your questions answered, find out what this could be from you. And I really hope to see you in the gang one day, and we will all be here to love and support you. Bye, guys.